Hey everybody, Sergio here with another video. Not a day goes by from people who know me that I'm involved in trading or stocks or the financial world that I get this question. And this is, I think, one of the most Googled questions of 2024 so far. What is it? It's, is the stock market going to crash? Well, what is a crash? Right? I mean, what is the anatomy of a crash? So in this short video, I'm going to try to explain all that with some evidence, actually. Now, I don't want to give my answer away right away. What I want to do is, first of all, I want to make sure you all subscribe. You all turn on your notifications because there's going to be videos dropping now. I'm so excited about this channel. I really am, because I think I have my next 50 videos. Again, it's all information, education, not trading advice, not financial advice, but I think I have about 50 videos lined up already or thought about, but there's more good news. So on this new channel, Chris from Show Me the Money is going to be my YouTube manager. I trust him fully. I think he knows what he's doing. He's an amazing person to work with. I'm blessed to have him on board. And most importantly, he makes me look good. What can I say? Now, is the stock market going to crash? Again, what is a crash? As we know, looking back in the history of me doing this 30 plus years, there have been bear markets. I've experienced plenty. I've survived all of them because I know what to do, which is going to be the topic of next video. When a massive drawdown or a bear market or whatever, call it a crash, happens. A lot of people think you can only make money when stocks go up. No, actually, stocks go up stair-stepping, and they take the express elevator down in looking back in history. So I'm going to share 3 charts with you guys today. This is going to basically put out the information as I see it. Let's look back a little bit, actually. Some of the massive drawdowns or bear markets took place. Let's go back a while. Let's go back to 2000, right? The dot-com bubble. We all know what happened. Average stock went down 50, 80%. But then it created a buying opportunity for generational wealth, to be perfectly honest with you all. Then we had 2008, the great financial crisis. I'm not going to get into the details because I have a lot to say about the Federal Reserve and what they're doing and what they have done over the last 25 years. They basically mortgaged my kid's future with $34 trillion in debt and counting on a second-by-second basis. And the last one being actually the perfect example of a flash crash or a crash would have been COVID. Nobody knew what was going on, right? There were some similarities or comparisons between the Spanish flu and COVID, but, it was short-lived. It was a few months, and the Fed stepped in again with the helicopter money. Which at that time, I think it was completely necessary. And look where stocks are. So let's take a look at these. No, actually, before I show you the first chart, my belief over the last 30 years of doing this is that there is an absolute and direct correlation between interest rates and what happens to the markets. If anybody denies that, they're fooling themselves. I mean, look, you all, I'm sure, are watching CNBC, Bloomberg, and all these guys come on there, and right at the bottom of the markets, you guys will find out that these channels scrambled and find bears to come out of the woodshed and explain why the market's going to go down a lot further, and that would be usually the bottom. They're totally contrary indicators as far as I'm concerned, but that's a minuscule part of this video. So here it is. First chart. What has happened to interest rates? Interest rates have gone up, actually soared from ZIRP meaning zero interest rate policy of the Fed, to today, which you can easily get on a 3-month T-bill, treasury bill, as we call it, 5%. I mean, risk-free money, right? If you believe that U.S. Treasury is risk-free, well, that's as risk-free as you're going to get in anything else. But actually today was a perfect example. Was today a crash? NASDAQ, as we lovingly call it, the triple Qs, the NASDAQ 100, where all the high flyers are, or the S&P 500. NASDAQ, triple Qs went down 1.8%, and S&P 500 went down 1.2%. Is this the start of something? I'm pretty sure you're all going to watch CNBC today, and they're going to do some extra special programming. They're going to go, oh, is this the start of something? Honestly, I don't know. I mean, if I don't know, I'm just going to say I don't know. But I'm going to educate all of you of what I do, which is going to be in the next video, of how to take advantage of these drawdowns or crashes or bear markets or whatever it is. So the second and third chart are the chart of S&P 500 and the triple Qs, which is NASDAQ 100, going back 20 years. Once in a while, you all have to take a look at the bigger picture, okay? Because a lot of people are too involved in what happens minute to minute, day by day, week by week. Look at these graphs, right? Look at them again. We're going to show all three. Interest rates are going up. Initially, there was a major hit this year or last year, actually, in the stock market to the tune of 20-25%. And then look where we are now, right? Now, that doesn't mean you just go by every dip. That's going to take you to the poorhouse. You have to use some tools, and which I'm going to share all of you with you going forward. And another reminder while I'm at it, every Monday and every Friday. Monday is this obviously start of the trading week in the US, and Friday is the last day of the trading week. We're going to do a 1 hour live stream, only a single hour. The first half hour, I'm going to talk about the current events, maybe earnings, news announcements, how my week went actually, and what I'm looking forward to for the week. It's going to be at 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern. Chris may join me actually on a few of these. I think it'll be good education for him too. It's the first half hour, again, me talking about topics. The next half hour is going to be answering audience questions. So if there's no audience, there's no questions, there's no live stream. So I urge you all to subscribe, turn all notifications so you guys can join the party, right? I mean, if you want to learn from one of the best. And I'm not saying I'm the best. You know, I have plenty of mistakes I've made, but I've learned. And like I said on my introductory video, you can, experience can be taught or bought. And I think I have that covered, the experience part anyway. And I put my money where my mouth is. And now, the answering the question that was the topic of the video, is the stock market going to crash in 2024? I think all stocks, including the indices, which are made up of these stocks, are extremely overvalued. The correlation between interest rates and stocks historically have been undeniable, and those will not change. If you mentally kind of superimpose these three charts again, and I have had great mentors on Wall Street for 30 years, and a couple of them come to mind, which I'm going to share with you. One gentleman the first day said, "Keep it simple, stupid." I mean, look, I know these days we cannot keep things, that simple. There is, the internet has equalized the playing field as far as I'm concerned. But the stock jockeys, the meme guys, the Reddit boys, they're all out there swinging options and do whatever they're doing. Look, anybody can make money when things are going up, right? I mean, it's not that easy. You can actually throw a dart to the Wall Street Journal's stock section and then pick one. And if the market's going up, meaning, a lifting tide will raise all boats. And, this is really not that difficult. It's what you do when things are going negative or when things are turning nasty, which I have a feeling they're about to do. What's the percentage going to be? Is it going to be another flash crash? Is it going to be another COVID kind of a pullback, drawdown? I am not sure. I'll just deal with it when I get there. But today may have been the start of something interesting, actually. It started last Friday with the most announced war in the history of the world. And today, it kind of fed on itself, right? So we need to watch things closely. And what better way than join me at the Power Hour, talk about all these things. I'm going to share my trading screen with you all. I'm not going to give you any advice. I'm not going to give you any trades yet. That'll probably come later on. But, you got to see my setup. It's a simple setup that trades by itself most days. But again, I'm getting into too much detail. As you guys know from the other channel, I like talking. So with that said, is there going to be a crash? I don't think so. Is there going to be a pullback, I definitely think that it will be just because of looking at these interest rates. I mean, historically, we're at interest rate levels that we've seen 20 years ago. Now, I'm too old to remember that in the 1980s, when the first inflation spike happened, and there was a severe one, interest rates went at as high as 15%. So all of you are kind of used to this ZIRP, right? The zero interest rate policy for the last 10, 15 years. All the newbies have no clue about how to deal with higher interest rates. But, that's why I'm here for. I've seen it. I've experienced it. Are there asset classes that do well in that environment? Absolutely, which I will share my opinions with you. So I'm going to finish this by saying, yes, there will be a pullback. Today may have been the start of something. I'm not trying to hedge. I really don't like hedging, to be honest with you guys. But hedging is going to be part of it if you're holding a major stock portfolio to protect yourself from a major drawdown. How that's done, I will explain that as well. So join me and possibly Chris every Monday and Friday, 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern, right after the markets close, for Power Hour. And again, please subscribe, turn on all notifications so you don't miss a thing. Like I said, I have the next 50 videos probably in my head, but I don't script anything, and I'm just going to go and talk about it. And if you guys enjoy it, share the new channel with your friends, with your family. They will learn a lot. Have a good one now.